hot off the press, like a freshly baked bagel. We don't choose the names of the business, they choose the name. And the obvious question is why? Why sign them all, right? Then you have to ask the question, well, if you don't sign them, why print them? So we're about to go in, we're gonna go see Natty. She doesn't know. She's gonna get a certificate live. Right, here we go. Okay. This is the start of a point in time that I look forward to, but also have a little bit of apprehension on, because I've got to sign 1,500 certificates. And what gets me through it is behind each of these businesses is a story. It's a story that's contributing to New Zealand's future. These are people that are employing Kiwis, and that's really something to celebrate, particularly now. Starting up with a relatively new business, 30 seconds. It's a cleaning set of products. So here we go, signing number one. Done. 1,499 to go. You know, here's a company, Aflex Technology. They do inflatable pool games. So if your kids go to the pool, and they get in and they're playing on one of those inflatable castles. It's an Aflex Technology one. They're based down in Nelson. So of this group, during COVID-19 through lockdown, there were just under 300 businesses that applied and were approved. So that added to our total of 1,200-ish. So you're looking here at 1,500 businesses. We're at the B's. That's 2 letters. A, we're on to B. 24 letters to go. Chocolate for a Change is a business by a young high school boy who wanted to donate all the profits from his chocolate bars to promote social change. These guys are great. Contemporary Korowai designs. They're doing a really good job online with multiculture. Cool ones too, like kids' toys, Flexo. It's like this bendable, flexible plastic that interplays with Lego. Really fascinating stuff, and that's New Zealand made. So Fidelity life assurance that's New Zealand based. So this is a services business. It's really exciting to see more service businesses join. Fresh Hair Care, I use these guys' hair products. He's a barber in Wellington. The product has these amazing flavors, which you don't need. I mean, who needs caramel hair care? But when you smell that caramel, it's a delicious smell first thing in the morning. And there's, I think, a coconut one as well. Just a different way of doing things. I think we'll leave those. I'll come back to those. These two are businesses that have been with the campaign for 10 plus years, so that's 2010 and earlier. What's interesting about that, when you see that as a client of the business, you know that they were around prior to the GFC. So they're good traders, because the GFC was a credit crunch and a hit on the economy. So if a business survived the last credit crunch, they're quite likely to survive the COVID-19 one. So anyone who's been trading for 10 years is a good operator. It's a substantial period of time. Like Aegis Oil Company, run by the ex-motorsport driver Paul Radisich. Harraways Sons. 153 years they've been manufacturing in New Zealand. Oats.
My name's Ben. We're a printing and graphics business based here in central Wellington, and today we're running off a few thousand of these. We're a business established about 35 years ago, producing print for New Zealand manufacturers and retailers.
The food and beverage is quite a big category within the New Zealand made group, because we have a really good country for soil and sun, and we have a lot of land that's great to grow on. I was listening to Peter Gordon from Providores in London. He's a Kiwi and he's been over there for almost 3 decades. And on TV they asked him, you know, what do you think of New Zealand's food? And he said that the ingredients here, you know, strawberries just taste better. Lemons, they're the best lemons in the world. So we have this really natural advantage, and so it's not surprising that, you know, companies like JC Nuts that does macadamia nuts are growing here. All right, we get on to the 20 plus years. These are long-serving license holders. It's really good to see that we've got businesses that are that strong, that have been operating in New Zealand for almost as long as the campaign's been around, for 2+ decades. Did a guest presentation at Victoria University and asked all the students, you know, do you recognise this New Zealand made logo? And did a quick count around the room, and 9 out of 10 recognised it, which is surprising because, you know, it was launched before any of them were born. That's the 20 years done. Right, the last lot. These are the 25 years plus group of certificates. So these are the businesses that have been with us almost since the beginning, and so many have been here since the beginning of the Buy New Zealand Made campaign back in 1988. So this is our top tier. This is the tier that we commemorate with this 25 plus years foil to say, hey, thanks for being along for the ride as long as we've been around. I love their peanut slabs. National candles have been around for a long, long time. One of the original manufacturing jobs in New Zealand was providing light, providing candles. And when they were first made, they were made from the blubber of like whale oil, whale blubber. And then through paraffin oil, and National Candles now makes both paraffin oil candles but also beeswax candles, and they have a long burn time. You'll find these in the civil defence box in many Kiwi homes. Parisian Knitwear, they celebrated their 100th anniversary in business last year. My apologies for not wearing a tie today, John, but just signed your certificate. Look at these piles of businesses. It's amazing if you think about it. Like when you hear people say we don't manufacture things in New Zealand anymore, well, you know, here's 1,500 plus businesses that would say, you're probably not right about that. Almost there. Is this the last pile? I think it is. The last one, Waikato Valley Chocolates. Oh no, there's one more. The last one is Wirelock New Zealand Limited, 25 years plus continuous membership. And that brings to an end the 2020 license signing. So yeah, that's a little bit of a look behind the scenes at what goes on with the certificate of license renewal that we have to do each year. And now for the fun part, which is getting these certificates out to the businesses. So next up, we're going to visit one of the local license holders in Burrampore, Wellington, a lady by the name of Kat that runs a design company called Natty, and she doesn't know I'm going to be heading there, but we're going to surprise her by turning up and delivering her certificate by hand. Live, right, here we go. I'm with a friend.
I hope that's not on.
No, of course it's not on. This is for you.
No, it is on.
This is your new certificate of license for
Awesome.
2020.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll put it in front of the I need to put something more prominent. Yeah.
Awesome. How's business been?
Oh, good actually.